Hello, guys. It's me, Butterfly Spirit 314. Guys, as the title says, I am officially a level one pole student. Today I took my eighth pole class, and now I'm official. And I know I'm an official pole student. Basically, because at the beginning of the class, the teacher asked us to go around and do introductions, and I let everybody know it was my eighth class, and everybody else kind of talked about the level of class, like if it was their first class or second class or whatever. And so there were people in the class. Some people were on their seventh class. This was my actual eighth class. I think it was pretty cool, that some people were at the same level, had taken seven classes or whatever, like myself. And now that we took this class, um, would have eight classes. Yeah, I'm level one now. I was telling myself this, like, that, my goal was to get to level one. And I didn't know how I was going to do it in the past, but I finally got here, and I'm shocked that I was able to get here and stay committed and dedicated to it. And it's not just like it's that effort of taking it one step at a time and one class at a time. So in today's class in particular, what we talked about, well, not what we talked about, what we did in class, we did our warm up, and let me think what we did in class. We worked on some pole moves. One of them being a step around, and then that was modified into a one-handed step around, which is something you guys have seen me do. If you haven't, you can check on my channel, Butterfly Spirit 314, and I have a short on my YouTube channel that I posted of myself doing a one-handed step around, so you can check that out. And then in today's class, we also, let's see, what else did we do? We did what's called a stag. So we did that today. And then let's see, what else did we do? We worked on doing like jasmines today. So we did that as well today too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we did today in class that I can think of. Oh, we did fan kicks. So we did some of those as well in class. So, we got to practice four moves in class and stuff, which was really cool. And I have to say, when I think about the moves, like when I think about the step around, I still feel awkward about my step around that I do, but my teacher said I did it really nicely. And the teacher I took class with this time was different than the teacher I took classes with on Sunday. So it was a little bit different. And this teacher's style is different as well, like with our warm up and the moves we did and stuff like that too. So step around, I still feel awkward, but I think I'll get more comfortable with it. Like the more I master it more. Now that I'm in level one, because I was going to say in level one, but now I am a level one student. So when I get to my beginner level one class, that's where they're going to start kind of molding me with the moves that I know how to do and helping me to get them more precise and everything like that, which is going to be fun. Now, as far as the fan kick, oh my gosh, my fan kick, I still have to think about the fan kick and be guided through the fan kick. But I want to get to the point where I can do it with more straighter legs than like bendy legs like I have been. But what that's going to mean is that I have to build up my leg strength more and stuff. And I also will have to build up my arm strength more to do it. But I think eventually I'll get there with the fan kick and stuff because I've done it, but I feel like that's really like a move that I'm like still a complete beginner on. Even though I can do it, I want to get it more precise and do better with it. Um, let's see. What other move do we do? The stag, that one, I felt like I kind of struggled with that move in particular. The last time I did it, I think it was like a couple of classes ago that I did the stag and things. But I think this time, like the teacher's explanation of how to do it was a lot better this time. It was way better. And it finally like clicked in my head and I was like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do, you know? Because when I tried doing it before, I like literally didn't understand. But like now that like the teacher explained it, I'm like, oh, I get it now, you know? So I feel better about doing the stag. I think that's a much better spin that I kind of get now that the teacher explained it. And it's like depending on the teacher I have, they explain moves differently. And sometimes it takes for a teacher to explain it. Like one teacher can explain it and I might not get it, but then another teacher explains it, then I get it. So I think that's good, like having variety of teachers. In the past, I would have been like, no, I just want to stick with the same teacher. But I see why having different teachers actually helps because each teacher's approach to how to teach something is going to be different. And every student is going to receive it in a different way. And today, for me, the stag was just something I more so understood better. And I think that I'm more proud of myself with that. Let's see, what else do we do? Oh, we worked on the Jasmine. So when it comes to Jasmine, I think that move is really, I think that move is something that I'm really good in. My teacher complimented me and she was like, wow, you're just like holding that move, like you're just on the pole like forever doing that. And I'm like, yeah, I can really hold myself up doing the move. Um, and it really takes a lot of I'm gonna say it takes a lot of like leg strength to kind of do it. Also, you have to have like arm strength to kind of hold yourself up too and stuff. The teacher gave us a variation to it, to the Jasmine, and I was able to do that. We also, for the first time at this studio, we actually got a chance to do spin pole. So for those of you who don't know, so a lot of the moves that I've been doing throughout my introduction to pole classes have been on a static pole. That means the pole does not move. Okay. So today, the teacher said, well, since many of you are going to be graduating, we will go ahead and turn the poles on to spin. So the poles will spin and they will move. And that was really helpful as well when we were doing the Jasmine. But I think because I did so well with doing it on static, when I did it on the spin pole where this pole was moving, it was a lot easier to do. But I think either way, I liked it. I thought it was really fun. There was a girl in the class that was like her first time doing pole. And I think I'm sure she had fun being on spin pole. One thing I will say when the pole moves and it spins, like one thing I will say, like, is that like you can get dizzy. I got a little dizzy when I was like when we were on the spin pole. But I think I was okay because I've been on a pole that spun before, so it was different. But she like my teacher was right. Like the pole when it's on spin, you like it doesn't take that much for like you to start moving because when the pole's on spin, like you're gonna take off. It's like crazy. But I've been on spin pole before, so like it wasn't as scary for me or anything like that as much as it would be. But I have learned techniques about how to not get dizzy. when it comes to pole, because if the pole is on spin and you get dizzy, you could like get nauseated and stuff like that, and dizzy and stuff, and that's never fun. So I've kind of learned to like look at the ceiling as I'm like going around, like as like I'm going around and stuff. I've learned to kind of do that to kind of slow it down, or like look at the floor and stuff to slow myself down as well. So that's something that has helped. But I'm super glad that I actually got the opportunity to try the spin pole. So that's really cool. And the way they turn their poles on spin is way different than the way they turn the poles on spin at the other studio that I go to. Way different. I feel like at the other studio it's easier to turn the poles on spin, but for this studio that I was at, theirs is a lot more complicated. It's really a lot more complicated. It is. Nobody can just turn theirs up. They can't just change the pole like instantly to it. Like the teacher like literally has to change it to a spin. But like at the other studio, I can just like click click and turn the pole to like spin. You know, it's like a lot easier and stuff. Um, at the other studio, we do practice on what are called X poles. So those are kind of an industry standard pole, which is very reliable that a lot of people swear by. They're pretty expensive poles, but they're great. I think the ones that the studio I'm at now is like, I think it's, I don't know what the name is. Is it didn't? Uh, yeah, I don't know what the name is. I think it's called Denier or something like that. Pole. I'd have to look at the actual name, but yeah. Um, oh, in today's class, there was two less people in the class. So there's two people who didn't show up to the class today, which I was kind of shocked. But I guess the two people had something to do. I did get a chance to see a few of my pole buddies. So people that I've seen in my pole classes, I got a chance to see some of them, which was like really fun and really cool and stuff. It's really cool that we were like graduating at the same time. So it's like really cool and everything like that. I think it's like super fun. Um, let's see. Other than that, I think it was fine. I feel like when I was doing the warm up, my body was more prepared for the warm up this time because I did 2 days of yoga prior to today. So my body was more ready. The last time I did, like, I went to pole on Sunday, my body was not, it was totally out of its element because I had not been doing yoga for a while. So, yeah. It was crazy. Um, so you guys may ask, what is next now that I'm a level one? What's going to be next? What am I going to be doing now that I'm a level one? So now that I'm a level one, so intro to pole, that is basically the introduction to pole. So that's what all those classes are. Level one is a beginner level. So that's the beginning of the beginner level. So now I'm a pole beginner. So this is going to be where in level one, this is going to be where I'm going to more so master the beginner moves. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to be doing more conditioning, which means more exercises to get our body stronger, to get them more fluid, flexible, and strong enough to do. So we're going to be like training also for strength so that we can do things like inverting. So that's going to be something as well that we're going to be doing in level one. So we're still going to continue with the beginner moves and add on to them. And we'll do more like pole combinations where we combine different pole moves together and stuff. And so it's going to be interesting to get through to level one. To make it to level one, I've taken 8 weeks of pole in order to get to level one. So the same thing is going to probably happen for level one. But with level one, you do pole for 8 weeks for level one. Then after that, then you go to level 1.5, and then you do weeks of those classes. Um, And then I think you do 8 weeks of level one, and then you do 8 weeks of level 1.5, I think, or maybe you do it for like 8 weeks or 4 weeks. I'm not sure, for like level 1.5. And then after you get done with that, then you move up to level two. So I'm not putting any rush on myself or anything. I am gonna take one more intro to pole class, even though I'm a level one now. I'm still gonna. I bought a intro class, so this Sunday I am gonna be going to that pole class and stuff and things. I am booked for two. I'm booked for two level. I'm booked for two level one beginner classes. So I'm booked for that. Um, so I am going to see how I feel about that once those classes come up in November. So I already booked those things ahead of time because I wanted to get in on it. I'm able at this point, I'm able to take any level one class I want to because I've reached the level. So that's pretty cool. So they have a class where they have like level one and they have like, it's like and level twos together. So I can also take that class as well. So I do want to get into the pole boot camp. So I want to do that to start building more strength so I can be more comfortable and stuff. I will tell you, after doing the Jasmine, my knees are definitely sore from doing it. So the back of my knees are sore from doing that move a lot. I am going to be posting shorts of myself doing some of the things in my pole class. The videos are going to be a lot better, not because I got a new phone, but pretty much because of the angle I filmed and stuff. So yeah, they're gonna look a little better. At some point, I want to get another phone, but not yet. But I eventually will, so that my videos will be a lot better and all that. And I'll have to learn how to work that phone or whatever. I think I'm gonna have to because my phone's giving me problems. So eventually, I'll be doing that. But anyway, I'm now Miss Level One. And I said I was gonna get here, and here I am. And one thing I noticed that I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm that one student. Like I'm always like, I feel like a kid when I'm in class. Like I'm always like smiling and everything like that. Even when we're doing the warm up or whatever. Like I feel like such a big kid and stuff, and I'm always like smiling in class and stuff. I don't think a lot of people smile as much as I do, but it's because I enjoy it and it's fun, and I really think it's really cool. It really is. So we will see. It probably won't be till November till I do any footage in my level one class. But by that time, I hope I have another phone because I think it'll be really cool to to film that. There are people in the Intro to Pole series, so they are going to be coming out of that series. They started this month, and they'll be doing it this month and next month. So I wanted to kind of get ahead of it, and I wanted to like get ahead of those students before they try to go to level one, because then it'll like fill it up or whatever. So with like 20 people. So that's why I'm trying to take level one classes as soon as I possibly can, because there's gonna be other people like in demand for those classes, and like I don't want to have to like fight over the classes and stuff. But yeah, there's competition anyway. So by and large, guys, that is what my update is today about everything that happened. We did not work on climbing in class today. We did not, but that's okay. I am going to learn how to climb more in level one. And they're going to be getting me ready for like the more advanced stuff now that I'm a level one. So they're going to be like, expecting me to not like, they're going to be expecting me to be like, putting in the same effort and everything. But by and large, like they're going to be prepping me for the more advanced stuff. Actually, I came in like a few minutes before my class, and I saw some of the girls in I saw some of the girls, I think they were like level, I don't know if they were like level threes or something like that, but those girls were like inverting and doing all types of cool shit on the pole. It was like really fun. And inverting is just be like you're able to do things on the pole upside down. You don't start off upside down, but eventually you kind of turn yourself upside down and do things. So if that helps. So just to give you guys an idea. But yeah, I saw some really cool shit that some girls were doing. I actually have a video. There's a girl that was in another class. I have a video of her, and she was doing some pretty cool shit on the pole. And I'm debating whether or not I want to share that video um, and things because I didn't get her permission, but I don't think she'd mind anyway. But I was just in awe of like how great she did. She was in the class last. I think her class was before us last Wednesday or something. But yeah, no, it was on. Yeah, she had a class last Wednesday. Yeah, she did. Um, but anyway, I don't know her name, but she was really cool. Like her fluidity was awesome. So anyway, I did get a little bit of experience with my Jasmine of doing a little flexi move. So I did get a chance to do that as well. So that was pretty fun. So, but you guys will see when I post the videos and stuff. You'll see, you'll see. Um, but yeah, that's it for right now, guys. But there'll be more to come and everything. In fact, tomorrow I have my introduction to Flora class. So I'm all ready and signed up for that. It's gonna be a little bit later than the class that I took tonight. So yeah, I have a packed packed week, I guess, if you will. So with my class tomorrow and then my intro class on Sunday and stuff. So and I'll decide what to do from there whenever that happens. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in whenever you guys get the chance. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.